Welcome to Springboro 45066, Part 1, the TV news magazine show of Springboro, Ohio. On Part 1 of our fall episode, guest host Don Wright talks to Connor Iverson at the Warren County Career Center, where we hear all about their welding classes. Vicky at the library talks about fall programming. At the schools, we hear from two teachers who are involved in winning a Fulbright scholarship. At the Coffman YMCA, David Thompson gives us the fall scoop. And on Meet Your Neighbor, we'll talk to the residents, dear friends, the Bentleys. We're coming at you from Hausfeld's Classics, and it's all happening right now on Springboro 45066. All right, we're here at 45066, Part 1. Dave, we are glad to have you as one of our co-hosts. Carrie and I thank you for hosting us here at Hausfeld Classics. I know you did it once before. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself real quick?
My name is Dave Puckett. I'm the owner of Hausfeld Classics. I've owned Hausfeld Classics for 4 years now. We do complete auto restoration. We also do collision repair. We can handle anything from a small job to a complete frame-off restoration here at the shop. So very happy to be here again and glad I get to hang out with you guys for a little bit.
Some good B-roll of some of these great cars and vehicles you got in here. Carrie and I was awed when we walked in the door.
That's great. I'm glad to have you guys and we're excited to do the show.
It's
well,
stunning.
Thank you so much.
Really beautiful here.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to take a trip out to the Career Center. Our old buddy Merge, 9222, is out there. He is with Connor Iverson, and he's going to tell us a little about welding, as I understand it. Let's go see that clip.
Okay.
Hey, I'm here today with Connor Iverson, a Springboro resident that's been around a long time in Springboro. Connor, good to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay, and I got to ask you a question.
All right.
Okay, we're in the welding lab at the Warren County Career Center. Now, when you're about 16, 15, 14, people ask you, what do you want to do when you grow up, when you graduate from high school? You want to go to college, you want to do this, you want to do that. Nobody had ever talked to said they wanted to be a welder. I didn't know anything about welding. It's only been the last couple of years they've had TV shows with people welding and what have you. And I see it's kind of an art form, welding is. And where did you get it from? How did it happen?
Well, every sophomore year at Springboro, my former high school, we take a trip here to the Warren County Career Center. Okay. And they had us sign up to take class or to come tour each lab individually. And originally I didn't even sign up to come to welding. But they had a day where a student from the welding came to us to talk to us about what he did every day and how it was just to attend the school itself. And he was just talking about how he just played with fire every day. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah. So I signed up to come through here, and we came in and I got to weld for a little bit, and I just fell in love with the craft almost right away.
Oh, right.
And whenever I got back to Springboro that day, I pretty much ran to the office to ask how I could sign up to come here. So.
And in May this year, you graduated?
Yes.
From the Warren County Career Center?
Yes, I did.
Welding. And today, we're going to meet your instructor for the last 2 years, talk to him a little bit about welding and what they do here, and then you can tell us you've got a job already welding.
I do.
That's amazing, really. And I know construction trades do that, but welding, that's kind of a unique art form. So, well, I'll tell you what, let's go meet your instructor and find out more about welding here at the Warren County Career Center. You ready?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, Bob Arkhill. Bob is the instructor here in the welding lab, so he knows everything about welding, backwards, forwards, to the east and west, right?
Maybe. It depends on who you ask.
Connor, your first year, your first class, what were some of the instructions? Maybe I should ask Robert. You can tell us what your first.
What we do here, we take juniors and seniors from all of our 6 feeder schools, Springboro, Lebanon, Kings, Little Miami, Waynesville. Right. And junior year, a lot of it is just your hands-on learning the different types of welding. And basically it takes a lot of practice, in each type of welding. We do stick welding, MIG welding, flux core, and TIG welding. And so junior year mainly consists of learning all the different processes, and it's really a lot of hands-on activity for the junior welders.
Senior year, what happens?
Senior year is more project-based learning, where a lot of community members may not know this, but we take in projects from the community. If you can think it up or want something built, if you buy the materials, our welders will build it for you. And then the seniors will start, you know, I have companies calling in looking for welders all the time. And after October 1st, the senior can go out on a co-op with one of these local companies, and they'll come in and do their academics in the morning, and then they can go out and work in the afternoon, whatever hours the company decides, and they actually get paid.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, 2 years, is this also a program that's offered to people that has graduated?
Yes, they also have a very good adult program here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about welding. Is there a lot that you have to learn?
I would say there's a lot you have to learn. It's a lot about consistency, how to position yourself to keep a consistent arc going, and just even the metal itself, you have to learn as you're going, all the heat is affecting it in certain ways. Right. So there's just a lot to it that you have to keep in the back of your head as you do it.
The way I like to explain it, it's one of the only professions that you actually have to practice it to be good at it and to stay good at it. Right. In different things you can, get rusty or, and it's not really, as strenuous as an athlete, but you do have to practice it to maintain a certain level.
Okay, how many students do you have?
Right now, most of my classes, I'm full at 22 students. Okay. And over the past 5-6 years, we've maintained full status, and I usually have a waiting list.
Wow.
Yeah, so we keep it pretty full here.
Do a lot of the youngsters, young men that graduate from here go on to working in the welding industry, or
absolutely
drop out after?
And you can't only use the word young men. I have women in my class as well.
I'm sorry, you got
3-4 girls in each class, and most of my classes already placed before graduation. Wow. Usually I average maybe about an 85-95% rate of co-op by the time they leave, and that usually they have a full-time job offer the day after graduation.
That's amazing. So there's a great demand out there.
Absolutely.
For welders.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's get Connor in the mask and get the fire going and see what you can do for us. All right. Are you ready?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Connor, I mean, that was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you learned a lot here in a couple of years.
I did. I learned a lot.
Okay, and Bob is the guy that made it happen. Bob, you were talking to us a little bit ago about working on airplanes. You did that for 30 years?
Yeah, I actually graduated from this very spot in 1983. Somehow ended up in the aircraft industry, a few different local places in the area, and spent 30 years doing that. And I ended up coming out here working for adult ed part-time while I was working, and then the high school job opened up and I put my name in the hat, and here I am. So, and I enjoy it so much. I worked with a lot of the kids coming out of the Career Center and when I was working, and then to come and teach and see these kids go out and start their careers, it's really incredible.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. We're glad to have you on the show today. Bob, Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Connor, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Welding, right here, Warren County Career Center, a unique job, not for everyone, but could be for you. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Mm-hmm. All right, Merce, thanks a lot. Nice interview. Carrie, where are we going?
We are going to go see the lovely ladies at the Springboro Library.
Hello from the Springboro Public Library. Our story times are going strong, and we'd love to have you join us. We have baby story time for children ages 6 to 18 months at 9:30 a.m. on Mondays. We have 3 options for toddler story time for children ages 18 months to 3 years old. They are 10:30 a.m. on Mondays, 9:30 a.m. on Thursdays, and 10:30 a.m. on Thursdays. And we have 2 options for preschool story time for children ages 3 to 5. They are 11:30 a.m. on Mondays and 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. We also offer a family story time for children of all ages on Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. November 22nd through 24th, you can find us in the children's tent at the Christmas in Springboro Festival. The library works with Coffman YMCA and Southwest Church to provide games, face painting, crafts, cookies, and entertainment in the children's tent, where all activities are absolutely free. We have recently updated and added to the children's graphic novels section at the Springboro Library. Graphic novels are high-interest literature for visual learners, reluctant readers, and young readers at all reading levels. Check out our collection of fun, funny, and educational graphic novels the next time you stop into the Springboro Library. For more information on all library events and programs, please visit our website, fspl.org.
Adults are invited to attend 2 Windows 10 programs on October 8th and 22nd from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Springboro Library. Bernie McStay will go over Windows 10 and answer any questions. This class is geared towards beginners, but all levels will benefit. Author, chef, and plant nerd Sarah Burr will be presenting 2 programs this fall at the Springboro Library. On Wednesday, October 9th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., come learn about foraging. Sarah will teach you how to forage safely, along with strategies for harvesting and preservation. On Tuesday, October 29th from 6:30 to 8:30, Sarah will be teaching Fearless Instant Pot Cooking. This Instant Pot demo gets you from opening the box to fun, confident cooking. These 2 programs are intended for adults ages 18 and up, and reservations are not required. On Saturday, October 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., teen girls ages 13 to 18 are invited to sign up for self-defense for girls at the Springboro Library. This class will be instructed by the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Registration is required by calling 937-748-3200, and parents need to sign a waiver. On Monday, October 28th from 5:30 to 7, teens ages 11 to 18 are invited to the Springboro Library for a Halloween party. There will be crafts, snacks, and a special trick-or-treat. Costumes are strongly encouraged and registration is required. Easy cupcake decorating will take place for teens ages 11 to 18 Monday, November 4th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Springboro Library. We will be creating some fun cupcake designs that are easy to recreate at home. Supplies are provided and registration is required. You can check all of our events on our website as well as our downloadables at www.fspl.org. Back to you.
Thanks, Vicky and Allie. We always love hearing from you at the library.
You make us smarter.
Always.
Always. So where are we going now?
Well, we had the honor of heading to Dennis Elementary to sit down with 2 of our educators, Heather Kogler and Deb Covey. Deb is an intervention specialist who was awarded a Fulbright scholarship by the State Department. And this has to deal with becoming like a global classroom of sorts. They implemented the Go Global Week at Dennis Elementary. It was really neat. We got to talk about it. Deb got to go to Peru. Yeah.
Exciting.
Let's go check that out. We are at Dennis Elementary today, and I'm joined by 5th grade teacher Heather Kogler and intervention specialist Deb Covey. Thank you so much for having us in your classroom today.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
Welcome to 45066.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
So, Deb, you were awarded a Fulbright Scholarship Award this year in July. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a very, very long process. So it actually started in 2018. I applied for it in December of 2018 and didn't hear another word until July of 2018. And then I got the email that told me that I had actually won it, and it was pretty exciting. And so I cried and cried and cried because it was very exciting because there were over 500 people nominated.
What an honor.
And only 76 of us got it. So I just couldn't believe it. I kept reading it and reading it and reading it. So then after that, after you receive the Fulbright, it's pages and pages, and they tell you that you have to complete this coursework. And the coursework starts in September and goes until December. And it's very, very vigorous, and you learn a lot about teaching in the world and sustainable development goals and how to make the world a better place to live, and write a lot of papers and do a lot of work, but you're really kind of fired up to do it because it's an exciting field. So then in December, if you've completed that, then you get the letter saying that you're going to go to Washington to the symposium. which is a really big deal because you're going to the symposium to meet the rest of the teachers that you will be going out into the world with. You still don't know where in the world you're going to go or anything like that. And then about, I think it was January, maybe the second week in January, I received a note saying that I would be talking to my friends at the symposium in February, and my friends would be going to Peru with me. So then I knew it was going to be Peru and not India and not Morocco and not Indonesia or Colombia, or there's two other ones back here. Senegal was another one. So I was pretty excited because it's in America and it's, you know, not that far away. So that's what I was thinking then. So then at the symposium, we all learned more about the countries that we were going to go to, more about the Sustainable Development Goals, more about how to teach global education, how to make sure that our students are ready for the 21st century. And that got me really fired up about trying to figure out how to do that at Dennis in our elementary school, because our kids sometimes don't even know that there's other countries. You know, I would say Peru and they would be like, you know, they didn't know what I was talking about because they hadn't studied that yet, right. You know. Sure. So then I talked to Heather and we decided to make a Go Global Week for our school. And that was a big job.
That was a big job. We began in January and worked on it until it was finally ready to roll out in mid-May.
Wow.
And it, you know, covered curriculum for 2nd through 5th grade with various activities based on the grade levels. So that was exciting.
Tell me about the activities.
So with our 2nd graders, our focus was folk tales. Okay. And so each day they would read a folk tale from a different country. There was also a slideshow presentation that kind of introduced the children to the country. There was an embedded video where they could learn about children. And the neat thing was some of the videos we were able to find were actually children from those countries making videos teaching about their country. So that was fun. Sure. And then they did some kind of craft or art project that would help them to go home and retell the folk tale to their parents. And then the final slide taught them how to play a game. 3rd grade worked on projects to represent each country, and they were more like STEM challenges. So they created an ocean ecosystem to represent Australia. They used cubes to build a pyramid to represent Mexico. And so each day they did that. They also read books that would go with those topics or with those places. 4th and 5th grade then did a day in the life, and they traveled from classroom to classroom to each country and learned what it would be like to be a child in that country. And for me, I think that was important. I think it was important for them to see that we, even though we're in different parts of the world, all children are alike, and fundamentally what they like to do, play, read, go to school, be with their friends, that's all the same. And yet also understand and walk away with some gratitude for what we do have here.
Of course.
And I think that sometimes in our bubble of Springboro, we forget. We don't step outside and we don't understand what the big world is like.
Oh, that's so true.
And I think the most rewarding part, I'm sure Deb, you would think this too, was the feedback we got from the staff and the kids about how much fun they had.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they loved it.
It's such an honor. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And you know, please keep up the great work. This is such important work.
We will.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we'd love to check back in with you.
All right.
And you know, keep it up, guys.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Back to you. Thank you, Deb and Heather. We thoroughly enjoyed our visit with you, and we look forward to see what you do in the future. All right, Dave, where are we headed next?
We're heading to the Kauffman Y to see the other Dave.
Thanks, Dave, and welcome back to the Kauffman Family YMCA. My name is David Thompson, and I'm the director of the Kauffman YMCA. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about what's happening here at the Kauffman YMCA. First thing I'd like to share with you is about our free Wills and Trust Clinic. Our Wills and Trust Clinic is open to the members of the YMCA and the general public. During the presentations, our local estate planning attorney will be answering questions regarding estate taxes, probate expenses, trusts, guardianship of minor children, and selection of personal representatives. They will also outline steps on how to create or update your will or trust or any other information that you might be wondering about estate planning. Our session is being held on Tuesday, September 24th at 9 a.m. here at the Kauffman Y. To register, simply call us here at the YMCA at 886-9622 and give us your reservation. We'd love to see you there. Next, I'd like to remind all the kids and parents that we have upcoming sessions of our fall sports for kids to participate in. We have 3 sessions that you'd be able to enroll in: our youth indoor soccer, our youth volleyball, and then we have teen volleyball too that we're offering here at the Y. Registration for those 3 sports is now open. To get registered, you can visit us on our website at DaytonYMCA.org. Click on sports and you'll be able to find all the sports listed here at the Kauffman Y to register your kids. Our youth sports are open for both boys and girls, starting at age 3 and going through age 12 for our indoor soccer program. And then our youth volleyball program is available to boys and girls in grades 3 to 5. Our teen volleyball program is available for kids going into grades 6th through 8th grade. Registration is going on now. You can stop by the YMCA or visit our website to get your child enrolled. We'd love to see you there. Our last item today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about our Live Strong at the YMCA program. Live Strong at the Y is a 12-week program designed to empower cancer survivors to take an active role in their health by engaging in a strength and conditioning program. Registration is now open and our session begins on September 24th and runs through December 14th. This is a free program that is available to anyone that's been affected by cancer. We want to help you to reach your holistic goals. This program is proudly sponsored by Premier Health, who is our title sponsor for the program, and then Wind Supply, who has graciously provided all the funds necessary to make sure that this program is delivered free to any cancer survivor. To register for this program, simply stop by the Kauffman YMCA, ask to speak with Darlene Reed, who's our Health and Wellness Director, and she'll be able to take it from there to get you registered. We'd love to see you here at the Kauffman YMCA. Thanks for visiting with us here at the Kauffman YMCA today. We hope you and your family have a great fall season. And now back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
We appreciate all the Y does for the community.
Oh, I hear a drum roll.
Oh, we go. Here we go. Meet your neighbor, part 1. We have a very exciting team coming for part 1. We have the Bentleys. One is our police lieutenant, who's been with us for quite some time, 20 plus years, and his wife, lovely wife, Tracie, who does a business in Springboro, and they both live in Heatherwood. Let's go see that interview. We're coming at you live from Hausfeld Classic, part 1, Meet Your Neighbor, and we have a duo today. One is our lieutenant at the police department, and Tracie owns a business in Springboro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, why don't we start ladies first?
All right.
So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your business?
I have a cake business. It's called Tracie's Creative Cakes, and I've been doing it now for about 4 years. I'm local here in Springboro. I love doing it. I can make just about any specialty cake, wedding cakes, cupcakes.
Well, if somebody out there wants a cake or a cupcake, what is the phone number they want to call to get
Sure. They can either contact me through my Facebook page under Tracie's Creative Cakes, or they can contact me through text, and it's 937-902-4690.
Okay. Lieutenant Bentley,
Yes.
Good to see you.
Hey, you too.
Hey, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? You worked your way up all the way to lieutenant.
I did. I started here in 1997, so I've experienced a lot of the growth, and I'm currently a lieutenant and the operations commander for the police department, which means every visible aspect of the police department, whether it's patrol or the detectives or the SROs or the DARE officers, fall under me. Yeah, I'm responsible for working with them and making sure we do the best we can for the city.
You do a great job for the city. The only person you answer to is the chief and me, right?
That's correct.
Anyway, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about your personal life, where you served in our country?
Yeah, I grew up a little bit north of here, and when I graduated, I joined the Army. Went to basic, went to airborne school, and was stationed out at Fort Lewis in Washington State, and served about 4 years on active duty and then another 4 in the National Guard.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Tracie?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your marriage. Do you have any children?
We do. We have a beautiful little girl named Brianna. She's 7 years old. Yes. Pretty special little girl. And we just have one.
How old is she?
She is 7.
So she's in what, first grade or second grade?
She's in second this year. Just started second.
Ah, she's got a May. Two good points. Whoever the movers and shakers.
Yeah.
Well, in your spare time, what do you do besides making sure that she's happy and doing your jobs? And how do you get out in the community? Did you get to go to any concerts in the park this year?
I stopped by the Eagles tribute band. You know, Journey's always a favorite. You gotta stop there. You know, I pretty much everything. You know, as far as a work standpoint, I try to make it a point to go to, you know, just about every event we have for some period of time. You know, just to check it out. It's a lot of fun. We've had quite a few events going on, you know, with the Hazelwood and Casey Jane Park opening up, and you know, the concerts in the parks and the plays. So I mean, there's a lot to keep you busy in the summer.
Does Brianna like to go down to the K&W like most of them?
She
yes.
does.
Yes, we are at the K quite often, as a matter of fact.
Away from home. Away from home.
Yes.
It's unbelievable, yeah. Well, you know, you work here and you live here, so you have skin in the game. You live here, you work here, you have skin in the game. What do you think that attracts people to our home, Springboro?
For me, I just think it is still the small town vibe that you get when you live here. You know, like I said when I started, I've seen this city probably double in size and population since I've worked here last 23 years, 22 years, and but it's never lost that original small town vibe. And I just, you know, when it came time to decide, you know, where I wanted to live to raise my family, that's what I was looking for. And it's been great.
Tracie,
Yeah.
add to that?
I pretty much agree with him. It's the hometown. I love the feel of the city. It's great. The people are great. I love that my daughter is growing up in a city that's so friendly. I think everybody in Springboro is just kind and welcoming, and I love all the activities that's offered through the city too.
Charm.
Yeah, yeah.
Charm. Well, we are glad to have you in Springboro, not only as folks who live here and love it like we all do, but people who work here, and you know, you put your money where your mouth is, so to speak.
Right.
So thank you for being on our show. I appreciate that. The Bentleys. Say
Thanks.
goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you to the Bentleys. That was a very special interview we had with you. Had a lot of fun as well. Well, a little bit of tears, but you want to just share with the audience a little bit about Logan?
Well, yeah, I think our community has been through a tough few weeks, and I know we're all, rallying around the Turner family, and we're thinking of Logan's friends and family, and we just want them to know that the 45066 family is with them. We're praying for them, and we love them. And not only are we Dayton strong, but we're also Springboro strong.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, until we see you again, on behalf of Dave, Carrie, and John, we will see you next time, but don't go anywhere. Part 2 is right around the corner. Wave bye.
A question we are frequently asked concerns turning at intersections. Unfortunately, the question is generally asked after an accident and someone is left wondering why they received a citation. This is a violation that Springboro officers witness on a daily basis. If a vehicle is approaching an intersection and wishes to turn right, that right turn shall be made as close and as practicable to the right-hand curb or edge of the roadway. Similarly, if the vehicle is approaching an intersection and wishes to turn left, The left turn shall be made so as to leave the intersection as nearly as possible, in the left-hand lane of the roadway being entered lawfully available to the traffic moving in that lane. When a vehicle is not turned into the appropriate lane is when accidents occur. Please drive safely. A message from the City of Springboro.